Welcome back. The political news in full. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi delivered Egypt's speech before the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York on Tuesday. President Sisi praised efforts exerted by the UN chief in confronting coronavirus pandemic and pointed out that Africa is the most hit by the pandemic repercussions. The president also called for reducing loans of developing countries, stressing that Egypt continues its economic reform program. On the climate change file, the head of the state said that Egypt is aware of environment pollution hazards on humanity and climate change as well. Moving to the terrorism file, President Sisi said terrorism still represents a big challenge globally, adding that we should set accountable the countries supporting terrorists. The president urged the international community to improve Palestinian life in conditions as well as reaching comprehensive and just solution for the Palestinian cause. Speaking on the GERD file, President Sisi said that Egypt is very connected to African countries, asserting the Egypt's citizen worries of the Ethiopian dam development, saying that Egypt had called on the UN to take its role in this file and urged rapid resuming of GERD talks. He also assured that Egypt respects human rights and public freedom. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli headed the weekly cabinet's meeting on Wednesday, discussing several social and economic files. At the beginning of the meeting, the ministers stood a minute of mourning for the death of former Defense Minister, Field Marshal Mohammed Hussein Tantawi, who passed away at the age of 85 earlier on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Madbouli expressed condolences for the death of Tantawi, stressing that he had exerted his utmost efforts to preserve the country's security, especially after the 25th January revolution. The premier added that the former Minister of Defense had borne hardens and wisely faced difficult challenges during this period till the nation reached its stability. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry asserted that Egypt would not spare no efforts to coordinate with brotherly and friendly countries to achieve Lebanese people's interests and restore stability in Lebanon. Shoukry stressed Egypt's readiness to support Lebanon in various domains, which will help in pushing forward its economy and reaching solutions for the issue of energy. The minister's remarks came during a phone talk with Lebanon's Prime Minister Najib Mikati. During the phone call, the top diplomat congratulated the Lebanese premier for forming a new government, wishing him success in dealing with current challenges facing his country. The Foreign Ministry said in a statement that Egypt condemned the failed attempt coup which Sudan witnessed and stressed its support to Sudan's transitional government and to its efforts to achieve Sudanese people's aspirations. The failed attempted coup was involving military officers and civilians linked to the ousted regime of Omar Hassan al-Bashir. Earlier, Sudan's Prime Minister Abdullah Hamdok said the coup attempt was the latest manifestation of deep divisions in Sudan during its move to democracy. Egypt's ambassador to Sultanate of Oman, Khalid Radi, handed over a copy of his credentials to Omani Foreign Minister Badr al-Busaidi. The meeting took place at the headquarters of Oman's Foreign Ministry on Wednesday. Within the framework of legal and judicial cooperation between the State Council and the Supreme Judicial Council of Libya, President of State Council Mohammed Hossein Eddin received the head of Supreme Judicial Council of Libya, Mohammed Al-Hafi, and the accompanied delegation and the Libyan ambassador in Cairo. The meeting tackled means of cooperation between the two sides, including programs of training and rehabilitating human carers and upgrading the judicial system in Libya. Meanwhile, a memorandum of understanding was signed between Egypt and Libya at the aim of exchanging rulings, legal and judicial jurisprudence, as well as latest research and articles in this domain. Egypt reported on Tuesday 688 new coronavirus infections, bringing the total number of cases to 298,296 people since the outbreak hit the country in mid-February last year. The Health Ministry also reported 24 new deaths, bringing the total number of fatalities to 17,016. The ministry added that 703 patients were discharged from hospitals, raising the number of those who have recovered to 251,395 people.